So, first of all, let me record a sincere thanks to Udaya Madam for suggesting this topic for me. Thank you, Udaya Ma'am. I
Thank
think
you, sir. Thank you very much.
once you thank you. Once you look into the happenings in the banking industry is going for a big transformation. I think people are talking about digitalization, digital payments, fintech technologies, okay, all hi-fi terminologies. But one problem what we face is the breach of securities. A lot of theft, online thefts are taking place. You cannot preserve, you cannot safeguard your personal information, banking details, and the other thing. And even some of the banking services need a better mobile. Outdated mobile experience also one of the problem for some of the customers. And customer retention is the biggest problem because of the huge competition and the changing business model. Like when ICICI started launching their, digital mode, they're the first people, massively promoted the establishment of ATMs. They glut with the consumer goods, particularly even two-wheelers and the other thing. They're given a lot of loans for consumer goods. So likewise, even HDFC still stands first in terms of largest banks, followed by SBI, ICICI, Kotak Mahindra, Axis. So my presentation is going to be about the other 15 minutes is all about what is happening in the banking industry, emerging areas in banking sector. Let me have a small presentation, maybe the slides, maybe first 6 to 7 slides. Are you able to see my screen, please? My screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm going to talk about a bird eye view about what is happening in banking industry, recent trends in banking. The digital accounting opening, digital account opening that has come, even API application programming interface. Now the concept like P2P, okay, person to person payment, cloud. There are many other things are also taking place, even artificial intelligence, even machine learning. Okay, blockchain. Okay, that's one of the emerging area which is coming to banking, robotics. Even if you visit certain branches of State Bank of India, when customers are coming out from the branches, they have some sensors. Okay, they have sensors. They artificial intelligence. They're using it. So the sensor will catch the facial expression of a banker. Facial expression of the customers. They're going with a happy mood or something like that. So the artificial intelligence is everywhere. So look into the traditional mode, the primary functions. Yes, of course, we know the bank will accept the deposits. Okay, a demand deposit is technically known as CASA, and savings bank, account for salary group. Most of the banks now they're coming with the zero balance account and kids savings. Yes, you can also promote kids, encourage your kids to save, and Mahila, which is exclusively for women. And every bank is having a different name. TFB is having a different name. KVB is having a Sakti, that account maybe is having. Okay, if any women entrepreneur or any women, okay, you can open an account called Mahila. Okay, the central government is also promoting that one. And senior citizen, yes, of course, you have a lot of privileges. Right from even interest rate is a little bit higher than the other people, and NRI, NRO account that's also available. And the army personnel, okay, they are also doing the separate type of account. And the savings bank interest set free by RBI. Generally, earlier it was fixed in nature, but RBI savings bank interest set free by RBI. So you can fix the respective bank and fix their interest rate. And per half yearly, 90 transactions is the general thing, which is a part and parcel of savings account. And current account, yes, the first two slides are very fundamental slides. Okay, everyone, just I'm making a summary. For business people, firm, company, corporate, you can go for current account. Even individual current account is having a lot of advantages, though some minimum balance constraints are there. For trust and society, you can open a current account. For non-trading organization, Yeah. As you aware, like earlier slide we mentioned, for a savings bank account normally a 4% interest will be given, whereas current accounts are interest they will not provide any interest. But if you avail any cash credit, overdraft facilities and other thing, okay, that's subject to uh, interest. So the banker will levy interest on that. So if you have a day-to-day operations in a business, you can go for it. That's the second type of the second part of account, savings account and current account. Coming to the time deposits, yes, they are getting deposits. Bankers are encouraging the people to make it. The fixed period ranging from 7 days to 10 years. Again, RBI has removed the barrier of fixing a fixed interest for interest rate set free by RBI at the discretion of the respective bank, and you can name hundreds of schemes. Okay, hundreds of schemes are available in terms of time deposit, fixed deposit, cumulative tax savings, flexi deposits, bulk deposits, auto sweep, sweep in, sweep out, non-callable deposits. Okay, so there are many other new emerging type of deposits are coming out. Only thing is now the bankers are thinking about the diversified type of mode of accepting the deposits. And of course, the major second function is giving loans and advances. Yes, advances, any bank credit for a period up to 1 year. Okay, so the advances, that's called advance, cash credit advance, overdraft. Just now I mentioned bill discounting, which are boon for many SMEs. And loans, yes, of course, you can get a loan from the period of 1 year to maximum 30. Please remember, advances which will have the duration will be maximum of 12 months, 1 year. So any advances, any money paid by the banker for you in terms of loan or something like that, advances for less than 1 year repayment, which is called as advance. Exceeding 1 year, that will be considered a loan. So maximum period of 30 years. We used to say term loans, 10 year, 20 year, like it. Demand loans for 3 to 5 years. Term loan, just now I mentioned, short term, medium, long. So 1 to 3 years, 3 years, that's called as a short term, and medium, of course, 3 to 7 years, which is called as a medium, and above 7 years and up to 30 years, which is known as long term. Long term usually that will be for machinery and all other things. Okay, so machinery, if you want to prepare the machinery, that will be we can make a move with the short term. But when you go for any massive construction, building and other thing, you need a long term loan. Okay, and the interest received on loans and advances in income to the bank. Yes, very simple. One side, the banker is accepting the deposit; they're paying interest. This side, the same amount is given as a lending. The interest difference, okay, the interest difference, the bank will be enjoying it. That terminology of which is the net interest income. So NII. Please remember the participant, you must know NII, net interest income. Difference between interest expense and interest income. So how it is calculated? The net interest margin minus net income interest divided by loans and advances into 100. So this will be the formula they'll be using it. And another classification of loans and advances based on the various schemes. You can make it as a fund-based and non-fund-based limits. Remember, when the housing bubble started in US, housing bubble. I think you'll be knowing it. Many big corporates, financial houses, including ICICI, they made a lot of investments in certain financial institutions in USA. When the housing bubble started, because huge volume of money, the American company, they invested in, they have given a loan for people, those who are interested in properties, real estate properties, the house, land, and other thing. So the land prices were inflated. And it was given, loans were given beyond the credit worthiness of customers. Suppose the customer is able to pay 40,000 EMI, but loans are given with 80,000, 90,000 EMIs. So the customer failed to repay it. And once at a point of time, the assets were sold, they're able to see only 50% of the money is able to realize. So that has made a negative impact on that. So banking industry is strongly affected by that housing bubble, okay, which originated from USA, which has affected the entire world. I think you might have seen the Harshad Mehta case that is related to stock exchanges. He cheated many bankers. Now, bankers given money, liquid cash. Bank will have a liquid money, okay, in their uh, lockers. So that money, that liquid cash was utilized by Harshad Mehta, and he used to get it for 2 days, 3 days credit, and he'll put it in the stock market. He'll buy and sell some shares, and money will be returned with some personal arrangement with the bankers. Okay, illegally. So that has also created a big thing in that imposed on some reforms, not only in capital market reform, but also the banking sector went for a massive reforms. I think the new industrial policy 1991 that has supported massively, where the government went for liberalization, privatization, globalization. So because of that, the entire banking system slowly started developing their customer base, and considering the opportunistic area, they started expanding the branches in a massive way, including rural markets. So to capture different types of customer, they need some portfolio loans and other things. So fund-based and non-fund-based limits, they fixed it. They started with even for agricultural. They started with that a lot of ACC, AGL, KCC, okay, ATL, and for small scale industries, earlier MSME, okay, the corporate customers, cash credit, overdraft facilities, and the other thing in current account, and check discounting facility that's also created. Even Export Credit Guarantee Corporation, okay, they are playing a major role, and Export Import Bank, they are supporting in a massive way. And one side, even if you have the bill, okay, bill of shipment, when you send your commodities to abroad, that if you have a bill, okay, the shipping bill, okay, well, say for example, maybe a 10 lakh rupee consignment you may be sending to Arabian countries. If you have that bill, you can get it. You can get it discounted at the banker and can be used as one of the thing that even the common inventory based, okay, the banker will be lending it. And for exported, just now we mentioned about EPC, FBN, FCCP, okay, EBR, okay, all those things facilities, okay, due to past time, I'm going a little fast. And importers, okay, CC, TL, buyers credits and suppliers credit, that's also one of the thing. And most of the bankers, they are, doing extremely well. Even if you go to any big branches, you'll find one person exclusively dealing with the buyers credit and suppliers credit. And of course, the retail customers, okay, there's a big market because Indian youths are earning huge. Even if you take IT company person, he or she will have huge volume of, EMIs and other things. Okay, it may starts from vehicle loan, okay, personal loan, okay, for buying some commodities. Then we go for buying Apple mobile through online. They may go, of course, is subject to huge volume of interest, even 15 to 30% it vary from banker to banker. And consumer loan, yes, even if you go for Reliance Digital, even if you want to buy a 2 lakh rupee television, without money, with a zero interest, you can get it. So 2 lakh will be divided by 10 equal installments. Okay, 10 equal installments. So 20,000 every month you will be paying it, so that you can buy it. So consumer loans are also doing it. I think they'll be knowing it. There are non-banking financial companies are also involved in many things. Bajaj Finserv, I can give you one of the best examples for Bajaj Finserv, which is doing extremely well. Particularly, they are extending loans for consumer products and other thing. And overdraft in current account, based on your transaction, you'll be getting an overdraft. So it's very simple. Even the account is not having money, you can avail or 5 lakh, 10 lakh based on your transaction. The banker will do. Even without any balance, either you can honor. You can make the banker to honor the checks given by you, or you can withdraw some cash from that. Okay, and to tap the one more potential segment, that is pensioners and senior citizens, those who are retiring from their services. Okay, they have a pension loan, a medical loan, a reverse mortgage, all those things. Even if elderly people may have a big houses, okay, but they need money. They may not have a sufficient earning, so you can go for reverse mortgage. You can mortgage your property, you can get some amount, say for example 20 lakh, 30 lakh, 40 lakhs, like that you can get. So that's also becoming very popular nowadays. So the fund base, there are many other things. Apart from these, we have financial institutions. We have financial institutions, State Finance Corporation, and then IDBI even earlier. That was they're into commercial banking now. Industrial Development Bank of India. Okay, even just now mentioned about the State Finance Corporation. Then Industrial SIDBI, okay, Small Industries Development Bank of India, NABARD. So they are also providing loans and advances, okay, in different segments. And the non-fund based, I think this is very popular one, letters of credit. Okay, issue of letters of credit, commission, they're getting a certain percentage of commission based on the volume of amount mentioned in the letters of credit. And issue of financial guarantee. So guarantee is purely based on the customer's credit worthiness. The banker, when they have connectivity with the customer for longer period of time, okay, they feel the customer is good, that and they give a financial guarantee. Now the entire banking industry is going for much more transformed way. So in that you will find the buyer's credit, supplier's credit, and particularly letters of credit, giving a financial guarantee. That's also dealing with that. And the recent segment, I think you might have heard about the derivatives. Bankers are doing a massive support in that way. So they're getting a fee as income. So they're charging fee. It's not interest, it's a fee they are charging. And the other segment, looking to the banking, the agency functions. So bank act as an agent for its customers while offering the above mentioned services. Commission, of course, is going to be the income for them. And different agency services, yes, the collection of checks and bills. I think earlier visiting the bachelor cards, that's a huge expensive thing in that. And the real-time gross settlement system, okay, because of that, even earlier, the check is when for collection, it may take a week time or 10 days time. Now, within a day, you can honor, the bank can honor and discount the check based on the funds available. Okay, and the check clearance, okay, they have created clusters, and banks now follow CTS 2010 technology for check clearance and other thing. And the government business, yes, for central and state government, they are providing a lot of services. And the forex business, yes, foreign exchange, which is self-honorary lucrative. Even many banks are authorized by RBI to deal with the forex. A bank, just like they cannot deal with the forex transaction, they should get a official permission from RBI. They should get an authorized agent recognition from RBI. So the banks, those who are obtaining such type of permission from RBI, so they can do the forex. Okay, buying and selling of currencies. Okay, that's also another lucrative because many exporters, those who are not having a rich experience in dealing with the forex. So bankers are facilitators to do all those agency functions. And ancillary, yes, there are many things that are happening. Remittances, yes, just now we have mentioned about the other electronic payment methods, NEFT, RTGS, ECS, which is very popular nowadays. Okay, earlier, including money transfer, demand draft, all the other things, that is the use for remittances. Now you can do within a single stroke, taking your mobile gadgets. Now we have mobile banking. Okay, earlier people used to have a moral fear for transactions, safety and other things. So customer will make a visit to the branch to either to deposit money or withdraw. Now everything is in your gadgets. You can utilize the computers, mobile phone, electronic gadgets to transfer funds. And safe deposit lockers, yes, that's also becoming very popular. Safe custody of articles, okay, you can do that. And portfolio management services, PMS. This is very popular nowadays. Earlier accepting deposit and lending, there was the two major. Now bank has become a supermarket, a financial supermarket. So one outcome is the portfolio management services. And apart from that, wealth management services as a WMS, wealth management services. Okay, wealth management, advisory role is the biggest one. Even SBI exclusive branch. They have exclusive branch. Well, SBI is having exclusive branch to advise their customers on wealth management and credit counseling and advisory services. That's also made it. Okay, they have a lot of thing in that, and for that, the bank having an opportunity to make the commission exchange fee as an income to the above services. But a very core income that in this difference what they're going to get it. Apart from that, they have different ways and means of getting their into the top 10 banks. Let me take another 2 to 3 minutes to consolidate. Even if you look into the nature of aggressiveness shown by bankers, it may be a good old, it may be a public sector banks. SBI stands first tall in terms of volume of business and other thing, because most of the government people, government officials, teachers, the college teachers, government or central state government, they have their salary account with SBI. So that may be another reason, and consolidation of other banks. And RBI has given a permission to merge some of the banks along with the state bank, and the penetration of branches also well. And ICICI, a new generation, the private sector bank that is that they think they put they constructed an excellent platform, eye opener for other banks, private sector banks, to go techno-friendly banking, and they made it the lending to the customers. That's also they made it very easily. And of course, Kotak Mahindra is coming up like anything. Axis Bank, I think everyone will be knowing it. IndusInd Bank, Yes Bank. These are the fast-growing banks. And other segment, good old public sector, good old private sector banks like Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank, okay, Karur Vysya, okay, they're also doing well. They're also coming up in a larger scale way. Considering all those situations in the banking industry nowadays, people are having a lot of one side. Earlier, the entire economy is a savings economy. Suppose a person is earning 10,000 rupees here, he will save 3,000 rupees, and rest of the thing people used to spend. Now, the current situation among the youngsters, particularly youngsters, the economy has become a spending economy. Whatever the money you are earning, you are paying either in the form of EMI or consumer loans or something like that. You are spending it. So that's a thing the people started. That's why the money circulation is also opposite. So banking services also on the top. Many industries, they started identifying the vendors to supply their commodities in offshore. So they are encouraging their export, and many we are importing. India has become market for other people. So all the people are coming and dumping their commodities here. That is also creating an opportunity for the banking industry. And one underlining principle again with that, the universal banking services. Okay, this is called as cross-selling a product. Okay, offering all services under one roof. That's just now I mentioned bank has become a supermarket, and there are many different services. They're selling insurance policies, life, non-life, bank assurance, sale of mutual funds product of various mutual funds, opening up maintenance of demat account and other thing, sale of gold coins. Okay, then portfolio management services. Just now we have mentioned. Wealth management and financial literacy and credit counseling. That's also they're doing here. Okay, and latest times, e-services are also called the digital transformation of banking. Okay, digital banking, and providing alternate delivery channel apart from present brick and mortar branch model. So we have currently following brick and mortar branch model. Now the alternate delivery channel also taking place with that. Computerization, when it was it was implemented by the central government with the consent from RBI. There were 13 national level strikes during 93, 94. Land from 1995 and van from 2005. Now, anywhere, anytime banking, and ATM is available on-site, off-site. Standalone ATMs, networked ATMs, which is clubbed with the other banks. Okay, and online, offline ATM, yes, that's also available. And white label ATMs, which is used by non-banking financial companies, and micro ATM and mobile ATMs are available. Mobile ATM, IOB, okay, it's a pioneer in making a mobile ATM. These are all the areas I used to cover with you. And the other side, I think, of course, you'll be knowing it: plastic money, debit card, credit card, Kishan card, smart card. Okay, EMV chip-based cards are available, and e-service centers. Okay, just now we mentioned about it, and you will find up. You don't need to wait in a queue and give a passbook to get it printed. passbook printer machines are available, and the check collection machines are installed. And you have internet banking also, mobile banking, SMS banking, telebanking, and other things. Digital branches, yes, the pockets of ICICI Bank, okay, so self-service branches are available. And SBI in the touch branches. And you have wallet, Buddy of SBI, YPay, that's launched by KVP. And paperless banking, yes, green channel counter is available. And store-step banking, BC, business correspondent, is also available. And the other thing, just now we discussed about the, okay. So lending to the poor, yes, the financial inclusion, no frill account, zero balance account that was insisted. And service through business correspondence, BC, that's also available. And the Prime Minister Jan Dhan Yojana account. So that's also launched successfully, where the life insurance cover of 30,000 will be given and accident insurance cover of 1 lakh will be given. Only thing is, a nominal amount will be debited from your account, maybe a 230 rupees, which will have both life insurance as well as accident cover. And the direct benefit transfer credit to this account, and 5,000 clean OD in this account after 6 months of satisfactory operation and maintenance. There are other things I think you'll be knowing. PM Suraksha Bima Yojana, PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, where you'll have, in the earlier one, you'll have accident cover, the second one, life cover. And for a pension scheme, I think Atal Pension Yojana, okay, where you can contribute a monthly. So these are the points I want to cover with you within the short span of the 30 minutes given for me. So once again, I take this opportunity to thank the organizers for making a wonderful, inviting wonderful speakers and making this day as a more memorable one. I record my sincere thanks to Udaya Madam for giving this golden opportunity to share my valuable time with her. Hope within the available time I've done a justice for it. If any questions, I'm ready to take up. Over to MOC. Thank you.